Welcome back guys, Dragon's Dogma Part 2 just received a new update. DLSS frame generation has been officially added to the game. This technique is limited to RTX 40 series GPUs only. Unfortunately, FSR3 frame generation is still not available in this game. If you are wondering about the status of Ingame 9 and Luke FC's FSR3 mods, both of them are incompatible with the game. After this new update, if you try to run the game with any of the FSR3 mods installed, the game will just crash. If things change in the future, I'll let you know. However, you can use lossless scaling frame generator with this game. It will try to double the FPS. It's a universal frame generator available on Steam Store, works on any GPU, whether it's from Intel, Nvidia or AMD, it does not matter. Sells for around $7 US. I tested the game day one of its release on my Rog Ally. Performance was on the lower side. FPS often dropped below 30, especially in the settlement areas where there were a lot of non-playable characters. Unfortunately, the game's performance still hasn't improved much. In crowded areas, FPS will often drop below 30. This will cause some graphical artifacts to appear when using LSFG. In order to reduce these graphical artifacts, you want the base FPS to be as high as possible. 60 would be ideal. That's not possible for Ally. Now I'll show you LSFG settings. Launch the application. There it is. LSFG 2.0 selected. Not using its performance mode. Not using any of the scaling algorithms. Clip cursor setting enabled, draw FPS setting enabled, capture API DXGI, and that's it. Click on settings, start as administrator setting enabled, hotkey for enabling LSFG, control alt and S. For this game I have set the UMF buffer size to 6 GB. My Ally is running on BIOS version 337. I have installed AMD's technical preview GPU driver, Adrenaline version 24.5.1. Command center settings. I'll just use the 30 watts manual profile or the power value set at 30 watts. CPU boost disabled, 720p resolution. Game supports FSR3 upscaler. Adrenaline settings for the game. FreeSync enabled, VSync disabled, anti-lag setting enabled, that's it. Graphics setting, display mode set to borderless, 720p resolution. Unlock the frame rate. In-game VSync disable, FSR3 upscaler enable using its balance preset. Ray tracing disable. See the settings here. Texture filtering set to medium. Texture quality set to medium, 0.25 GB. Low settings. Disable motion blur and these effects, depth of field, lens flare and lens distortion. Motion quality set to low. Don't want to stress out the GPU. Changes saved. Using a custom Afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics. Connected my GuliKit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. There's our character. I'll leave the end. Here FPS is around 30.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer
This is Vermund Outpost. I'll hire this pawn.
Please dispense with the formalities.
I have 2 pawns in my party. Just run around. Observe the FPS counter. 27 to 32 FPS. APU power draw around 29 watts. 24 FPS. These non-playable characters just kill the performance. Makes the game very demanding on the CPU. Not observing any micro stutters. Choppiness is observable. VRAM usage is around 5.3 GB. 94% GPU usage, almost hitting the GPU waterline. Skip the dialogues. Accept the quest. Before leaving the outpost, I'll just enable LSFG. Press its hotkey Control Alt and S. Got activated. This is its FPS counter. Back to the game, check out the input response. Yeah, I can observe the added amount of smoothness. Unfortunately, my character's head is flickering and I move the camera in complete circle, noticeable. I'll just turn around. Okay, I'm also observing some warp textures around the bottom edge of the display. Right here. Nothing extreme. Yeah, base FPS is around 24 to 30. FPS with frame generation on around 48. Just leave the base, show you some combat. Just as I said earlier, you want the base FPS to be as high as possible in order to reduce the graphical artifacts. Give my pawns certain commands. Attack. Attack the goblins. Input delay is not an issue. Cleared the area. Proceed further. Who's this guy? Game stability is much better now with the new updates. Still the FPS is on the lower side on Ally. I need to kill these creatures, save the guy. There he is. Don't have a bow. Can't land a shot. The spawn is down. Finally, took out the thing. Impaled it. Helped him. That was a goblin. And this creature is still alive. Two of them. Charge towards me. Big mistake. Just come down already. It seems the creature is trying to cast a spell on me. Flying away. It's in a mood of fighting. Someone please kill the creature for me. Sleep effect. Everyone is down. My pawn helped me. There you go, we got it. Leveled up. Game is definitely playable on Rog Ally, but the performance is not ideal. Unfortunately, FSR 3 frame generation is still not available in this game, and you cannot use Nukem 9 and Luke FC's FSR3 mods. This new update only added DLSS frame generation. LSFG works very nicely on Rog Ally in this game, but there are some graphical artifacts. You can choose to ignore these artifacts if you want. Play the game this way. That's it with the video guys. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.